Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. The Philippines and the U.S. have agreed to expand their military partnership with the addition of 4 more EDCA locations. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza tells us more in this report.
The Philippines' future will always involve the United States. This is what President Bongbong Marcos told United States Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin when the two met in Malacanang.
I would be stating the obvious to say that our longest partner and ally has been the United States. I again put great importance on that partnership, specifically with the United States.
Austin and other U.S. officials made a courtesy call to Marcos, and during the meeting, the president talked about the region's current situation geopolitically and recognized that it would be able to properly navigate it with the help of allies like the U.S. Marcos also thanked Austin for visiting the country, as it is an opportunity to discuss the country's outlook on the current situation in the Asia-Pacific region.
Perhaps exchange some ideas and thoughts and comments and information on the current situation geopolitically and of course more specifically here in the Asia-Pacific region.
Austin, meanwhile, said the U.S. will continue to work with the Philippines as the country is a key ally.
You are a key ally and an important ally, and so from the defense perspective, we will continue to work together with our great partners to build and modernize your capability as well as increase our interoperability.
After his meeting with the president, Austin met with his Filipino counterpart, Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr. Shortly after, the U.S. Department of Defense announced that the U.S. and the Philippines have agreed to 4 new additional Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement or EDCA sites in the country. The US DND said the United States has allocated over $82 million for infrastructure investment at the existing 5 sites under the EDCA. Currently, there are 5 predetermined EDCA sites, namely the Benito Ebuen Air Base in Cebu, Lumbia Airport in Cagayan de Oro City, Fort Magsaysay in Nueva Ecija, Antonio Bautista Air Base in Palawan, and Dibasa Air Base in Pampanga. Mobile journalist Julie Baiza, We Are One News.
An international affairs expert believes the expansion of the defense agreement with the U.S. is an effort to repair security relations with America. Speaking with a big story, DLSU Professor Renato de Castro says the move is part of the Philippines' bid to establish an independent foreign policy which balances relations with all global superpowers, including the U.S. and China. De Castro says President Marcos also aims to repair security relations with the U.S. following the term of former President Duterte, whose administration's foreign policy veered towards China.
Of course, after the former President Rodrigo Duterte announced in 2016 that we would have to distance ourselves from the United States. So 2 elements here, showing again independent foreign policy, but with its own take regarding how independent foreign policy should be pursued.
De Castro notes that the additional EDCA sites would increase the U.S. military footprint here in the Philippines. He says these sites would also be useful in assisting the Philippines in disaster response or OFW repatriation.
We often look at the geostrategic implication of this. We also have to take into account the humanitarian element regarding those EDCA sites. They could be used in case of providing supplies, just in case we have a major natural disaster here in the Philippines, or there might be a need to evacuate Filipino OFWs in areas that will of course be subjected to a major geostrategic upheavals.
We will be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Authorities in Metro Manila are now gearing up for the implementation of a single ticketing system. MMDA Acting Chairman Don Artes told the chiefs that LGUs must first adopt the new traffic code. They also need to be digitally interconnected with the Land Transportation Office.
Kailangan po namin pumili ng mga ICT equipments para po ma-interconnect itong ating mga LGU sa LTO system para po mapasama sa database ng LTO yung mga huli na gagawin na mga LGUs at ganoon din po para po magkaroon ng payment portal at mabayaran yung mga penalties through digital payment system.
Metro Manila Council President Francis Zamora expressed confidence on the compliance of LGUs. On the big story, the San Juan Mayor said he has given them enough time for adjustments.
We have existing local ordinances. We simply have to amend them so that they will match what we passed yesterday, which is the Metro Manila Traffic Code. Hindi ito bagong ordinansa, posibleng mga amendments lang po ito sa current ordinances namin, and I have given everyone until March 15 to be able to amend. That's 45 days. I believe that's more than enough time.
Assessment is ongoing on the damage caused by the magnitude 6 earthquake that struck Davao de Oro and nearby areas on Wednesday. Jem Avancenia with the report.
This is how the magnitude 6 earthquake jolted a store in Monte Vista, Davao de Oro last night. Employees panicked as grocery items fell off the shelves. Medicine in the drugstore were also damaged. Despite this, the store owner says they are still thankful that the earthquake did not happen while they still have many customers.
We were surprised. Our workers immediately rushed out the establishment. Items are falling off the shelf. It's a good thing that no life was harmed.
In the town of Nubataan, where the epicenter was recorded, residents could be seen running outside their homes while the ground is still shaking. Minor cracks were seen in a building inside Davao de Oro State College. Based on the LGU's initial assessment, 2 students were hurt due to a stampede that followed the tremor.
Nagpanik na talaga ang mga bata, nagsipagtakbuhan pababa. So, meron tayong injury, meron tayong mga injured na mga estudyante, may 2.
A house in Nabunturan, still in Davao de Oro, was severely damaged after one of its posts collapsed last night. Nearby provinces also experienced the strong earthquake. In Mati City, Davao Oriental, the strong quake almost damaged the inflatable pool. Davao City recorded no major damage, but an old overpass was temporarily closed due to cracks. According to the Office of the Civil Defense, assessment of each LGUs are still ongoing. One of the damaged buildings that they are looking into is the Davao de Oro Provincial Hospital.
Based on the assessment na binigay nila is yung sa hospital nga, yung Monte Vista Provincial Hospital, na kailangan ng talagang overdue, kailangan ma-repair yung parts of the building, and then kasi nga very critical, may mga pasyente. So isa yon, and the schools, I think 6 na minor injuries. May mga estudyante usually yung nag-faint.
For News 5, Jem Avancenia, we are One News.
Here are other headlines we are keeping our eyes on. The Health Department says it will prioritize the healthcare workers, senior citizens, and individuals with comorbidities in the rollout of bivalent jabs. The COVAX facility, which will donate around 1 million doses of Pfizer's bivalent COVID-19 vaccine, which are expected to arrive in the country by end of March. The Education Department says it will look into alleged overpriced procurement of DSLR cameras. This follows backlash over their supposed purchase of the camera unit for over 155,000 pesos, 5 times higher than the average market price. And actress Kate Valdez will star in an 8-episode series Dreamwalker, to be produced by a London and Singapore-based content studio. The production features familiar names in the local filmmaking scene, including Deleter director Mikhail Red, who will be the series director. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.